Please welcome Jacob.
Hi, it's Jacob here. I'm from Animation 2 from Mr. Cho. For today, I decided to work on my personal project. I've worked since 2022. The question I have for myself when it came to this is, what makes a game fun to play? Is it from innovation? Does it have innovation? Is it easy to understand for people, and it is interesting to the player? When I look into examples, a lot of the times I look into games like these where the story isn't central, but it focuses a lot on other aspects, like how the gameplay connects back to background, how music fuels the player. That's what I looked into as well. For example, Mario 1, under a surprisingly simple but enthralling plot. Same goes for that one. I don't know why I picked the remake photos. I look really... But when it comes to the question then becomes, what if the story is a key aspect? That's when I get into top games like these. I've recently been playing a lot of Hollow Knight. I got myself stuck in a corner. I don't know where else to go for that one, but for Breath of the Wild, I played like almost 100%, just understanding a lot of how both stories work to connect the player, because it focuses a lot on having the player find out those elements. They're not going to be spoon-fed to you. You have to find it. You have to properly understand it. That's what gives that feeling of rewarding. So when it came to my Zenith, I wanted to actually look into Metroidvania, the aspect of Metroidvania itself. This, yeah, that's a thing. So ironically, when it came to the choice of engine, I didn't choose that one, I chose that one. The reason why is it has actual less limitations when it comes to I can actually run this on I can make this run more stuff on my computer. Like it will not be restricted to a 5 megabyte and mods. When it comes to these stuff, I was able to do a lot of unique stuff. For example, the camera extension, which allowed me to move basically the entire project without the need of doing stuff to it. Because, for example, that image, that's a background. You're normally not able to use motion blocks on it. For this, I actually managed to get video files working on the site itself. It was a very funny process because I could not get it to work because I had to ask a friend who then helped me go step by step into it. This is how I first started the game. It was really rudimentary. But the funny thing is that this was a really terrible engine. When I tried getting more stuff to work on it, like scrolling, more expanded on the level, it just would not cooperate whatsoever. So instead, I went back to the drawing board like a year later, and that's when I get into the engine I'm working on now. During this part of the development, I wasn't able to get all animations working, but I did manage to get the movement properly. is so far unfinished. It's supposed to be a hook gimmick. I could not get hitboxes working because every time I tried making one, it would just go straight into the middle and just pile up. There's more to it. That's not right. There's more to the slide, except I can't get it quicker.
Just click the next button.
I'm sorry. Okay, so as you were noticing, this is the main character. I believe I've shown bits and pieces of him. I've used them for my animation. I would jump scare you with whatever that thing was, but I'd rather show you more what this is. From original concept, it's been like a really interesting ride because back then I didn't really understand how to draw really more unique characters. Because if you know, this was this one and this guy. I constantly got notes saying, "Is that your main guy? Is that your guy from like that you made?" Oh, no, that's a different guy. So I'm like back to the drawing board, and I had to redesign him so many times. The problems I've had during development is really funny because it's just the fact that I'm not that well in code when it comes to coding. So a lot of times what I do, ends up convoluted, whatever that fancy word is, messes up with the stuff I don't know. Because for example, this is what handles looped animations like running and more idle animations. This handles stuff like the jumping. If you paid attention during the show, during the gameplay, you notice that the jump animation was like not working. Times where it's like just a specific frame or it just plays. I don't know what went wrong with it. I'm currently looking into it with a friend. Another problem I noticed I had was, for example, during back a little while ago, I had it so like the hitbox would change size based on the animation due to it looked weird when like the character is more lower and the hitbox is higher. It just felt weird to me that there was like this much gap between the ceiling and the head. It did not work because it would constantly just clip. So in the end, I just went through with the smaller hitbox. For the game over screen, like I said, that thing soft locks you because I cannot get it to work. Every time I tried getting it to work, it would just like lag the game once it gets into the menu. As you notice, it just starts slowing down, and then I can't get it to work. My goals for the future of this project is to not only improve on the animations, but also to finish more and improve on the gimmicks I have planned for the game. I want to be able to complete this prototype before the end of the year and be able to get properly working on the script for the story to be able to flesh out the ideas I've had. and hopefully get a demo out sometime late 2024 to mid 2025. If I can actually focus well, I think I could get it into an expo this year. And to wrap it up, music demo. One of my personal favorites, actually something that is exclusive to this music demo. It's the opening that I'm working on. Have you heard this already?
You have time for 2 questions.
Okie doke.
So I thought your music was really impressive, and I was wondering, how do you think you grew over the course of this project?
It's audible now
Creation skills.
and original. It's not on loop. That's something.
I just wanted to say I love that you're writing your art on your site. It's so cool.
Are you ever going to change the Kirby jumping and the Undertale?
Yes,
stuff?
of course. Obviously, it's a prototype. Obviously, I'm not going to survive.
Dang.
Survive copyright law if I keep that in.
What a shame.
Very nice, Jacob. Thank you very much.